Episodes of this kind were certainly interesting from a physiological point of view, and we decided that we would later go to India and see if we could find some other people like Swami Rama. Indians have a long tradition of respect for people who have attained self-mastery. Devotees and disciples gather around teachers whom they feel demonstrate unusual mental or physical powers. We wired up a number of these individuals for physiological testing. The research team consisted of myself, my wife Alyce, and our daughter Judy, who is also affiliated with the Menninger Research Department. In order to study these people scientifically, a portable lab was built by our biomedical people at the foundation. It records heart behavior, respiration, brain waves, skin temperature, and skin voltage. A camera programmed to shoot 1 frame per second photographs the dials. Other electronic data are recorded on magnetic tape cassettes for later computer analysis. We joined Swami Rama at his ashram on the banks of the Ganges and tested out the portable laboratory. And then we began testing other people who had learned unusual control of the body and mind. India is famous for fakirs, people who do things such as sitting on a bed of nails. So we wired up a fakir, a little ash-covered man who literally sits on a bed of nails. A test was run on what happens inside his skin when a bed of nails supports the outside of his skin. Our test also provided entertainment for the local sadhus, holy men. One of our interests is Hatha Yoga, the ancient Indian system for integrating mind and body. Through intense practice of breathing exercises and postures, one is supposed to be able to gain conscious control of many body functions that are normally regulated by the involuntary nervous system. We ran tests on a number of Hatha Yoga practitioners, such as this man, Ramesh, an instructor at Benares Hindu University. We monitored changes occurring inside of his body while he performed a series of asanas, or postures. Another yogi demonstrated Nauli, an advanced exercise for the muscles and organs of the abdomen. It was a clear demonstration of how Hatha Yoga can bring usually untrained muscles under conscious control. Some yogis can also control visceral processes, as in the case of Sri Ramanand Yogi of Hyderabad, who said he could make his heart skip a beat at will. For centuries, Indian yogis have learned to control states of consciousness through meditation. So we wired up some meditators, such as this man whose meditation was guided by the touch of his guru, Mahayogini Rajalakshmi, who herself appeared to be in deep trance. We recorded brain waves, heart rate, respiration, and so forth to see if his meditation affected those processes. In meditation studies, we are particularly interested in the brain rhythm as a physiological indicator of states of consciousness. We ran other studies at the holy city of Varanasi on the Ganges, a traditional center of yoga and meditation. Again, our major interest was the brainwave record, because specific brainwave patterns often indicate the presence of certain psychological conditions. For example, When people are active or have their attention focused on the outside world, they usually produce beta brainwave rhythm in the visual area, called the occiput, at the back of the head. Beta occurs between 13 and 25 cycles per second and is seldom associated with meditation. When attention is withdrawn from the surroundings, however, when one gets into a tranquil state associated with relaxation, alpha rhythm often appears in the occiput. Alpha, between 8 and 13 cycles per second, is often found in the brainwave records of meditators. If consciousness is further withdrawn, if one becomes drowsy or is in a state of deep reverie, theta waves are often found at the occiput, a 4 to 8 cycle per second pattern. Theta is sometimes associated with deep meditation and with imagery coming to the surface from the unconscious. Swami Nada Brahmananda demonstrated that one can control complex body activities while meditating, producing both alpha and theta rhythms. He played a complex raga, a musical, never blinking his eyes once. His eyes and his attention were fixed on an image of his patron deity, Shiva. And then there was Yogi Raj. In an experiment conducted in cooperation with Professor Ramakrishna Rao of Andhra University, Yogi Raj, after preliminary tests, was sealed in an airtight box for 7.5 hours. Normal breathing and normal metabolism could be expected to quickly use up the limited oxygen supply, and he would pass out. We felt, therefore, that he would at least have to control his emotional state in order to lower the metabolic rate of his body. We were particularly interested in his brainwave record as a clue to his meditative condition during the experiment. When we got back to the United States, Judy ran his records through the polygraph. In studying unusual people from around the world, it has become increasingly clear that we can increase our control of what happens inside of us. We can learn how to maintain mental and physical health, which we would like to think is our natural state. If there is such a thing as psychosomatic disease, then obviously there must be such a thing as psychosomatic health. The point in all this is that we must not underestimate our power to change our lives. It depends mainly on whether we want to and whether we have the courage to try.